Scorpio, listen carefully. What you are about to hear is not ordinary. This is not entertainment. This is not casual astrology. This is a cosmic red alert sent directly to your soul. On September 21st, the stars align in a way they have not done in over a decade, and for you, born under the sign of Scorpio, it becomes the final warning. There are 3 karmic traps waiting in your path. They are not random obstacles. They are ancient snares, carefully woven into your destiny, designed to pull you backward the moment you're about to move forward. Each one has the power to strip you of the very blessings you've been fighting for: your wealth, your love, your destiny. Ignore this warning, and you risk being pulled into a repeating cycle of pain. A cycle that has haunted not just you, but your bloodline. Patterns of betrayal, patterns of loss, patterns of struggle that never seem to end. They are all part of the same karmic script, a script that has been replaying for generations. And on September 21st, that script demands a final choice. But here's the truth the universe needs you to hear. If you are awake enough to avoid these 3 traps, something extraordinary happens. The chains break, the curse ends, the old story collapses, and in its place, a door opens. A door to fortune, love, freedom, and power, so immense it feels like a miracle written for your soul before you were even born. Yes, Scorpio, the universe is strict with you because it has chosen you. You are not just another zodiac sign. You are the phoenix, the one destined to burn, to fall, and then to rise again stronger than before. And on September 21st, the fire of rebirth is lit. If you pass the test, you rise into your highest destiny. If you fail, you descend back into the shadows of repetition. Make no mistake, this is the most important warning you will hear in 2025. For centuries, Scorpios have carried the weight of karmic contracts, betrayal, loss, false promises. These have not been accidents. They have been trials. The final trial comes now. Tonight, I will reveal the 3 karmic traps in detail: the illusion of control, the shadow of betrayal, and the temptation of false gains. These are not just lessons. They are final exams. Pass them and you break free. Fail them and the cycle continues until the next cosmic gate opens. And that won't be until 2033. So listen carefully, Scorpio. Take these words as a prophecy meant for you. On September 21st, the universe is not whispering, it is thundering. It is drawing a line in the sand and saying, choose. This is your final cosmic warning. 3 traps, 1 chance, and a miracle waiting on the other side if you are brave enough to step through the fire and claim it. Scorpio, before we uncover the 3 karmic traps, you must understand why September 21st matters more than any date in 2025. This is not just another day on the calendar. It is a cosmic checkpoint, a divine deadline written into the stars. On this day, the planetary alignment creates a surge of energy so rare, it only arrives once in an era of your life. And for Scorpio, this energy is amplified because you are standing at the crossroads of destiny. For the last 8 years, you've been living inside a karmic cycle. You've felt it. The struggles, the betrayals, the repeating lessons that seemed impossible to escape. They were not punishments. They were part of a greater initiation. Every heartbreak, every financial setback, every sleepless night was preparing you for this single moment, September 21st, 2025. This is the moment when the universe holds up a mirror to your soul and asks, will you finally break free, or will you repeat the story again? Imagine it like this. One path keeps you locked in the old loop: scarcity, betrayal, fear. The other path leads to your rebirth: wealth, love, freedom, destiny. Both doors will open on September 21st. The question is, which one will you walk through? This is why I say, Your choices on that day will echo for decades. What you decide in that window won't just shape your next week or month, it will determine the next 8 to 10 years of your life. And understand, this is not just astrology, this is prophecy, because Scorpio, your sign carries a burden few others can bear. You are the keeper of hidden power, the one born to face shadows others run from. The universe demands more from you because it intends to give you more. That is why September 21st is being called your final gate. It is not a door you can walk through casually. It is a sacred threshold, a point where your past collapses and your future begins. If you hesitate, the gate closes and the old patterns return with greater force. But if you walk through with clarity, courage, and faith, everything changes. The cycle ends, the phoenix rises. This is the stage, Scorpio. This is why September 21st cannot be ignored. Destiny is not knocking, it is pounding. The choice, as always, is yours. Scorpio, the first karmic trap on September 21st is one that has followed you your entire life. It is called the illusion of control. No other sign in the zodiac carries the same hunger for mastery as you. You want to know the truth, control the outcome, and make sure no one can ever manipulate you. That is your gift. But on September 21st, that gift turns into your prison if you're not careful. The universe warns, when cosmic energy peaks, your natural instinct will be to grip tighter, to hold on to relationships, money, and outcomes with everything you have. You will feel this urge deep in your soul. If I let go, I lose. If I stop controlling, everything falls apart. But here lies the danger. The moment you tighten your grip, the very things you want most begin to slip away. Wealth becomes delayed. Love feels suffocating. Allies who were meant to support you step back. Why? Because control becomes a cage. And Scorpio, your soul was not born to live in a cage. It was born to transform, to flow, to rise. Think back to the last 8 years. How many times did you fight to keep something alive that was already dead? A relationship you knew was broken. A career path that drained your spirit. A battle where you gave all your energy, but still ended up exhausted and empty. That was the illusion of control, pulling you deeper into karmic chains. And on September 21st, this trap appears one final time. The universe will test you. Will you cling and fight, or will you surrender and rise? The signs will be clear. If you're losing sleep trying to control outcomes, if you're repeating the same toxic cycle, hoping this time it will change, if you're engaging in battles that drain your soul but bring no reward, these are red flags that the illusion has captured you. Scorpio, listen closely. This trap is dangerous because it feels like power, but it is actually fear in disguise. Fear of loss, fear of betrayal, fear of chaos. And yet, the universe is saying, the only way to gain is to release. But here's the twist. The moment you surrender instead of control, hidden doors begin to open. The money you've been chasing begins to chase you. The love you were gripping onto shows up freely without force. The allies you thought were drifting away return stronger than ever. It feels backward, doesn't it? To gain by letting go, to win by releasing. But this is the paradox written into your destiny, Scorpio. Control is your false power. Faith is your true power. On September 21st, imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, holding a heavy stone. That stone represents everything you've been trying to control. People, money, outcomes, fears. If you keep holding it, your arms ache, your body weakens, and you cannot move forward. But if you throw it over the cliff, if you release, the weight disappears, and suddenly you are free to run, to climb, to rise. That is the test. Release is not weakness, it is strength. It is the signal to the universe that you are ready for abundance to flow without resistance. This is why the phoenix is your symbol. The phoenix does not survive by clinging to its ashes. It survives by letting the fire consume it, knowing that rebirth is guaranteed. Control says, hold on, or you die. Faith says, let go, and you rise higher. So hear this warning: if on September 21st you cling too tightly, the cycle repeats. More struggle, more betrayal, more exhaustion. But if you surrender, if you trust the universe instead of trying to control it, you will unlock doors that were invisible before. Doors to wealth, love, freedom, and destiny. The illusion of control is the first trap. Avoid it and you break the first chain. Surrender and you rise. Cling and you fall. The universe is asking, Scorpio, will you cage yourself or will you set yourself free? Scorpio, the second karmic trap waiting for you on September 21st is one that cuts deeper than any wound. It is called the Shadow of Betrayal. Betrayal has been one of your greatest teachers. It has shaped your heart, sharpened your instincts, and made you wary of trust. You know what it feels like to give your all, only to have someone lie, deceive, or abandon you. And because you are Scorpio, intense, loyal, all or nothing, the sting of betrayal never fades quickly. It etches itself into your soul like fire on stone. On September 21st, the universe warns, a shadow figure may reappear. It might be an old lover who once shattered your heart. It might be a friend who betrayed your loyalty. It might even be a colleague, a family member, or someone who represents an old wound you thought you had buried. They may come back in words, in messages, in memories, or even in sudden encounters. This is not coincidence. It is karma presenting its final exam. The karmic test is clear. If you engage in revenge, you repeat the curse. If you release, you break the chain forever. Scorpio, here is where your power can betray you, because when you are wounded, your instinct is to strike back, harder, stronger, sharper than the one who hurt you. You know how to cut deeper than anyone else. You know how to expose the hidden weakness in your enemy. That is your gift, your instinct for survival. But in this karmic trap, if you fall into revenge, you only feed the cycle. You don't win. You anchor yourself to the pain again. Think of the last betrayals in your life. Didn't they keep repeating, almost in different faces, but the same lesson? That is because betrayal is not just about them. It is about you, and whether you will finally break free from its grip. But here's the twist. Betrayal isn't always an enemy. Sometimes betrayal wears the mask of family, the parent who didn't protect you, the sibling who turned away, the blood that ran cold when you needed warmth. Sometimes betrayal is closer than you want to admit. Sometimes betrayal is you betraying yourself. Yes, Scorpio, every time you silence your truth, every time you abandon your dreams for fear of rejection, every time you settle for less than you deserve, you are betraying your own soul. And on September 21st, the universe will make this crystal clear. The shadow of betrayal will rise, not to punish you, but to force you to choose. Do I keep fighting ghosts, or do I finally forgive and set myself free? Forgiveness here does not mean weakness. It does not mean letting someone back into your life who does not deserve it. Forgiveness means cutting the chain. It means saying, you will no longer control my energy. You will no longer live rent-free in my heart. I choose freedom over revenge. Scorpio, if you release, miracles follow. The moment you forgive, your soul unlocks. The energy you once wasted on anger and resentment becomes fuel for wealth, healing, love, and destiny. But if you cling to betrayal, if you keep replaying the wound, you give your power away and the curse repeats. So remember this, on September 21st, betrayal will knock on your door. It may come as a person. It may come as a memory. It may even come as your own inner voice, tempting you to abandon your highest calling. When it does, do not fall into revenge. Do not let anger define you. Stand tall, Scorpio. Forgive, release, break the chain forever. Because the shadow of betrayal is not here to destroy you. It is here to test whether you're ready to rise beyond it. And if you pass, you will never repeat this cycle again. Scorpio. The third karmic trap awaiting you on September 21st is perhaps the most dangerous of them all. It is the temptation of quick gains. This trap does not come as an enemy. It comes disguised as a gift. It whispers to you, take the shortcut, say yes to the fast money, believe in the instant love, accept the promise that looks golden. But Scorpio, the universe warns you, these offers are not blessings. They are illusions. They are tests. On September 21st, the energy of temptation will be strong around you. You may find yourself receiving offers, opportunities, or invitations that sparkle at first glance. A sudden chance to make easy money, a person who appears overnight, promising love that feels too perfect, a deal that seems to answer all your problems in one stroke. And yet, deep down, your intuition will whisper, something feels off. The karmic danger is this: if you grab the false gold, you delay your true destiny. The universe does not punish you, but it allows you to repeat the lesson. And Scorpio, you have already spent years walking circles around this same test. This is your final chance to see the truth. Think back to past temptations in your life. How many times did the fast fix end up costing more than it gave? How many times did a relationship that seemed intoxicating at the start turn into heartbreak later? How many times did quick money slip through your hands, leaving you with nothing but regret? These were karmic illusions placed on your path to teach you discernment. September 21st is not different. It is the final exam. Here is how you will recognize the trap. If it feels rushed, forced, or too sudden. If it looks too good to be true. If it gives you excitement in the moment but dread in your intuition. That is the sign it is a false offering. But here's the twist. The moment you reject the false gold, the real treasure appears. The love that was meant for you steps forward, not shallow, but deep, lasting, eternal. The wealth that was delayed flows toward you, not in quick sparks, but in steady rivers. The freedom you were born to claim finally opens, not through shortcuts, but through destiny's true path. It is almost ironic. By saying no to the fast offer, you say yes to the eternal gift. By walking away from the illusion, you walk straight into the miracle. That is the paradox of the Scorpio path. You cannot be tricked by false light, or you miss the real fire that was waiting all along. This trap will test your patience, and patience is not easy for you. You want results, you want certainty, you want what you've earned, and you want it now. But the universe is reminding you, what comes quickly goes quickly. What comes slowly stays forever. On September 21st, ask yourself one question before you say yes to anything. Does this align with my highest soul? Or does this only feed my temporary desire? If it is only temporary, walk away. If it feels eternal, trust it. Because here is the truth, Scorpio. Your destiny is not shallow. Your destiny is not temporary. Your destiny is not cheap. You were born for greatness, for wealth that cannot be stolen, for love that cannot be broken, for freedom that cannot be shaken. But you only access it by rejecting the glittering illusions that try to distract you. So remember this warning. On September 21st, temptation will call your name. It will look golden, but it will be hollow. Do not fall for it. If you walk away, the universe replaces it with the true miracle, the soulmate, the wealth, the freedom you were born to claim. Scorpio, when the stars align on September 21st, you will face 3 karmic doors. Each door looks locked. Each one feels impossible. But in truth, the universe has already placed the keys in your hands. The question is, will you use them? The first key is release. This is not weakness. This is not surrendering your power. This is a higher mastery, the ability to let go of what was never yours, to cage. On September 21st, release the toxic grip of control. Release the battles that keep you stuck in cycles of exhaustion. Release the illusion that you must fight for every blessing. The moment you release, the chains fall. What was stuck begins to flow. Money finds you. Love finds you. Freedom finds you. The second key is trust. Trust does not mean naivety. It means refusing to carry betrayal like a sword lodged in your heart. Scorpio, the universe knows you have been hurt. You've been lied to, abandoned, underestimated. But the karmic test on September 21st asks, will you keep poisoning yourself with revenge, or will you break the chain? The second you choose forgiveness, not for them, but for you, you cut off the energy that binds you to betrayal. Trust opens a new path. Allies enter. A true soulmate emerges. The shadow of the past can no longer touch your future. The third key is patience. This is perhaps the hardest for a Scorpio because your fire is fast, your vision sharp, and your hunger unstoppable. But hear this warning. On September 21st, false shortcuts will appear. Promises of quick money, instant pleasure, or effortless success will tempt you. If you grab them, you will lose the treasure written in your destiny. Patience is your shield. It is not delay, it is precision. The universe isn't late. It is aligning wealth, freedom, and recognition in perfect timing. Patience ensures you don't trade diamonds for dust. These three keys, release, trust, and patience, are not just words. They are weapons. They are tools of liberation. When combined, they unlock the door that no curse, no betrayal, and no illusion can keep shut. Scorpio, the cosmos chose you to carry these keys, not your rival, not your enemy, you. And once you turn them, leadership flows to you naturally. Abundance no longer runs, it kneels. Power doesn't corrupt you, it crowns you. You stop surviving and start ruling. The truth is this: your destiny has been waiting, watching, and circling you for years. But only when these three keys click into place on September 21st does the final gate swing open. Release, trust, patience. 3 words, 3 choices, 3 powers. They do not just open doors. They rewrite lifetimes. They shift bloodlines. They unlock an unshakable abundance that cannot be taken, tricked, or stolen. And Scorpio, that abundance is yours. Scorpio, September 21st is not punishment. It is not chaos. It is the reset button of your soul's contract. The moment you resist the 3 traps and step through with the 3 keys, miracles that once felt impossible begin to arrive. The first miracle is wealth. Not the kind that slips away overnight, not the quick gains that vanish like smoke, but wealth that flows steady, like a river after a long drought. You've struggled, you've carried karmic debts across years, maybe even lifetimes. On September 21st, that dam finally breaks. Resources align. Money arrives not from desperation, but from divine orchestration. The second miracle is healing. Ancestral wounds you've carried, the weight of family patterns, betrayals, cycles of loss begin to dissolve. Scorpio, you are the bloodline breaker. You are the one chosen to end curses that haunted your lineage. September 21st is the portal where pain finally transforms into wisdom. The third miracle is reunion. This could be your soulmate, your twin flame, or even the reunion with your higher self. The part of you that felt fractured, forgotten, abandoned. When you pass the karmic tests, love no longer hides. Connection comes forward, strong and unshakable. And the fourth miracle is freedom. Fear loses its grip. The chains of control, betrayal, and illusion no longer bind you. You walk into a season where your spirit is untouchable. This freedom is not just emotional, it is spiritual, financial, even physical. But Scorpio, here is the twist. Miracles do not wait forever. The gate does not remain open endlessly. The universe is generous, but it is also precise. If you hesitate, if you second guess, if you cling to the old chains, the gate slams shut, and it will not reopen until 2033. That means 12 more years of cycles, 12 more years of lessons you were already meant to graduate from, 12 years of delay. September 21st is not just another day. It is a once-in-a-decade turning point. Choose release, choose trust, choose patience, and the miracles written in the stars, wealth, healing, love, freedom, become yours. Scorpio, this is why September 21st is not just another date on the calendar. This is why it is called the final warning. The universe is not whispering anymore. It is not begging you. It is declaring 3 karmic traps, 3 final chances. If you avoid them, you rise like the phoenix, the eternal symbol of Scorpio, reborn in fire, unshakable, unstoppable, immortal in spirit. But if you fall into them, the curse continues. The cycle repeats. The pain you thought you escaped will return, and it will return stronger, because you were meant to rise and chose not to. This is the razor's edge, Scorpio, the crossroads where everything shifts. Trap 1. The illusion of control. If you cling to it on September 21st, the universe will let you fight battles that can never be won. You'll drain your soul, and the victory you crave will turn hollow. Trap 2. The Shadow of Betrayal. If you answer betrayal with revenge, you seal your fate. You keep yourself bound to the very energy you were born to break. Trap 3. The temptation of quick gains. If you grab at false gold, you lose the real treasure. The blessing is delayed, the curse repeats. The universe has written these traps as your test, not to punish you, but to refine you, to see if you are ready to hold the throne that is waiting for you. But here's the fire, here's the warning. This chance does not repeat every month, every year, or even every decade. This window is rare. The next time it returns is in 2033. 12 years of delay, 12 years of karmic lessons you already earned the right to graduate from. Can you feel that urgency burning in your chest right now? That's your soul recognizing the truth. This is not just astrology, it is prophecy. This is not fortune telling, it is a cosmic contract reaching its deadline. Scorpio, the universe is saying, enough, rise, choose. On September 21st, either you step into the fire and emerge transformed, or you remain trapped in the ashes of the old. This is the final warning. 3 traps, 3 keys, 3 chances, nothing more, nothing less. The choice is not casual, it is eternal. Rise as the phoenix, or stay buried in the dust of the past. Scorpio, this is it, the final warning before September 21st. The clock is ticking, and the universe has placed 3 karmic traps before you. Ignore this, and the cycle repeats. Face it, and destiny awakens. The illusion of control, the shadow of betrayal, the temptation of quick gains. These are not random obstacles. They are cosmic guardians, testing whether you are truly ready for the throne written in your stars. If you fall, you repeat 12 more years of struggle, fear, and delay. But if you rise above them, everything shifts. Wealth that once slipped through your hands will flow with ease. Love that once felt broken will return stronger, pure, undeniable. Freedom will shatter chains that have bound your spirit for lifetimes, and your destiny, Scorpio, the one you were born for, will ignite like fire. This is your phoenix moment. September 21st is the miracle gate. The universe has opened it, but it will not stay open forever. The decision must be made now. So I ask you, will you step through into wealth, love, freedom, and destiny? Or will you stay trapped in the ashes of the old cycle? The choice is yours, and yours alone. If this message has reached your soul, don't stay silent. Claim it now. Type, "I am ready" in the comments, so the universe knows you are awake, aware, and prepared.